sometimes it can be hard for somebody to really trust somebody about like what may have happened may have happened, back in the past and stuff, and stuff. I talked about this quite a few times and stuff like that, basically in regards of real life and anime also as well too, and basically stuff. Based on this episode 5 of Luck and Logic, I personally want to say this is also as well too. I'm glad we got characterization of the girl with the short hair that kind of looked like a kitty kind of girl or something like that. Basically kind of like that. We got some backstory of her and basically and stuff. One thing I feel basically really bad for her the most is that when her family abandoned her and we don't know what her family looks like or anything like that. We really do not know what was the reason why her family abandoned her basically like that. One thing I wanted to talk about this episode also well too is basically that when you see basically her and basically what happened that she got abandoned and she got put in place into a locker put in place into a locker where nobody able to get to know like what is she doing or anything like that. Now she became an orphan and now she's not part of the orphan or anything like that. It's also been stated that known that she's not really basically the kind of person that really wants to interact with the other people. It means that she doesn't really fit in really all that much or anything like that. And I'm assuming some people probably did make fun of her because the way that she really actually is and stuff like that. One thing I am kind of disappointed based off this episode is that I really don't understand why she did not read that letter basically in the locker because I think that letter must contain something very very important and something that was supposed to be said or something or whatever it is we really do not know. I want to personally want to say is that I do believe that letter is has to be something very important to tie to her or maybe her family must have wrote that letter to her mostly wrote that letter to her and just to see what basically happened. But the question is, what is the letter really all about? But I still don't understand why she didn't really take the letter. Maybe she doesn't want to read it, or maybe she doesn't want to look at it. Maybe she might get some kind of trigger motion or something like that may have happened. But it still leaves of the clue as basically as is that we really do not know why that she was abandoned in the first place. And what is that envelope of that letter? What it really actually means? Could it mean something like they're wishing her a happy birthday or saying that we miss you, or it must be something very, very important or anything like that? I kind of feel like that the character places the anime is that basically the sniper girl, or was it the kitty girl, whatever you want to call her, is that she doesn't seem like she's a very important person based on this anime. Some people may would basically recognize from that, but it's not just basically because that she's not really a basic good support basically in this anime, but it seems to me that I think that she is a very important character based on this anime, but they really don't show her really that much when it comes to the storyline, especially when it comes to the plot based on this anime. That's one thing I'm really kind of disappointed also as well too, because I think that she really actually is stuff like that. But we did get some things about what happened to her past between her family and her and why she got abandoned. I still cannot rest my case. It's basically about the envelope. We just don't know what that envelope really actually is. And I was hoping that she would read that envelope to get some kind of closure in her life, or maybe she just doesn't want to really read it really much at all. That's one thing. That's one thing I really was very very disappointed based on this episode. Maybe it was just a good thing for her to not to read it, or maybe it was a bad thing for her to not to to did not read it, or maybe there must be some kind of trigger point that may have tricked her or may trigger her or something like that. I do believe that she is basically is that kind of person that is very very important. Basically, when it comes in this episode, basically comes in this episode. Now, also another thing, I definitely do want to talk about the director basically this anime, and I think he's a very very important character basically when it comes to this anime also well too, because I think you may want to. I think that there's some people may want to keep a close eye on him because it seems to me whatever he's plotting, whatever he's doing, and stuff like that, being so nice and stuff like that, I do not trust this director guy because he seems like he's kind of like a shady kind of person based in this anime because the way how he acts and the way how he talks to the other people also well too in this basically in the anime, and I think he's going to become a more popular character based in this anime also well too, which means that What I'm saying is that he's going to be very important when it comes to the upcoming episodes of there too. I still think that he's a shady kind of person based on his anime. Some people will probably say that he's really based not that kind of based of that shady kind of person. I think he really actually is, and I think that mainly into my view that he could be responsible for all these quakes basically happening, and especially with the snake basically after the end of the episode. After the end of the episode, maybe he was allowing himself to be defeated to really actually be defeated. But the question is, what that snake was that snake monster is really up to? It could be something. It could be something like I said for. Could be something very very important. And I definitely just think that the director, to me in my own eyes, I still think he's a shady kind of person. And I still think there must have been something. Must have been something that could possibly could happen basically in the upcoming of the episode of this anime also as well too. And so basically, yeah, and that's basically what it feels to me. But not really much to really talk about. But I don't know if you guys would agree with me or not. But yeah, so yeah. Anyways, that's it for this anime review. Tell me what you guys think. You guys like this episode? You guys don't like it? You guys think it was good? You guys think it was bad? I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. So yeah, anyways, this is Alex. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Hope it's a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please hit the like button, give me a thumbs up, or give me a thumbs down. It doesn't matter to me. And please leave a comment below. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. God bless. Remember, just love you. I love you guys. Stay safe. And remember, stay blessed. Love you guys. Take care.